Chapter 60:30. Helena said, however, when the exact same model is built in Northern Europe, all the computing power will serve you alone. By that time, I believe that even generating 100 hours of video will not be a problem. Charlie sighed with emotion. I didn't expect that in just 1 or 2 years, the development of AI would be so fast. It's beyond imagination. If we wait a few more years, we still don't know what level it will advance to. Helena agreed and said, your decision to let Simon build an AI model for you is really a stroke of genius. This model will only become more powerful in the future. After saying that, Helena added, by the way, Nvidia's stock price has risen a lot this time, and the Rothschild family is the biggest winner. Charlie also believed that, in the future, AI can bring about earth-shaking changes in the basic logic of many industries. It is an absolute industry disruptor, and its own value will definitely become higher and higher. In addition, he was even more grateful that he had obtained this top-notch AI model in advance. Although it could not be used commercially, it was of great significance to him. With this set of AI models in hand, the strength gap between himself and Warrior's Den will definitely be greatly reduced, and it may even be the key to reversing the balance. Charlie, who was excited, knew very well that this magical stroke was not his own, but Maria's. When he thought of this, he felt extremely grateful to Maria. If it weren't for her reminder, how could he have thought of extorting an AI model from Simon? After all, his original purpose was just to use the elixir to capture Simon and Steve. As for the money from the sale of the elixir, he just wanted to use it as a favor to Helena. On the one hand, it would be regarded as her reward, and on the other hand, it would be used to help the royal family improve their own strength. But looking at it now, this set of unintentional AI models may be his biggest gain from this trip to the United States. So, Charlie immediately said to Helena, Helena, find a way to urge Simon to speed up. If he can complete this AI model in the shortest time, I will give him the right to purchase half of an additional pill. As long as the AI model is launched as soon as possible, he can pay at any time and get it at any time. Hearing this, Helena couldn't help laughing and said, Mr. Wade, with your words, I guess Simon can also work hard at his age. He will risk his life and do it himself. Charlie smiled and said, what I want is for him to do it with all his strength, and the faster the better. No problem. Helena said, then I will contact him right now. At this time it's afternoon in Canada. Helena has concluded her last public event with Canadian officials. After attending the government dinner tonight, she will return early tomorrow morning. All told, she still had more than 10 hours left in Canada. After hanging up Charlie's call, the first thing Helena did was call Simon immediately. At the moment, Simon is preparing to convene a conference of unprecedented scale. Not only will all members of the Rothschild family attend this meeting, but all collateral families related to the family have also been notified to attend. Simon, who has regained his health, can't wait to show everyone his healthy body, strong energy, and determination to lead the family to greater glory, further consolidating his unshakable position as the patriarch of the Rothschild family. Shortly before the meeting, Simon received a call from Helena. He quickly asked his subordinates to inform him to postpone the meeting for 10 minutes, then came to the absolutely safe room and answered Helena's phone. As soon as the phone call came through, he said very respectfully, Good afternoon, Your Majesty the Queen. Helena also smiled and said, Good afternoon, Mr. Rothschild. I wonder if I am disturbing you by calling now? No. Simon said politely, no interruption at all. Her Majesty the Queen, did you call me for any instructions? Helena said, I want to congratulate Mr. Rothschild. The latest upgrade of the AI model has caused a great shock. It seems to have the potential to subvert the current internet technology landscape. In the future, the Rothschild family will receive very generous profits from both the AI model itself and Nvidia's stock price. The reward is really gratifying and amazing. Simon said with a smile, Thank you, Her Majesty the Queen, for your affirmation. I never thought that an AI technology could have such a big influence. Helena added, By the way, Mr. Rothschild, regarding the AI model that has been launched in Northern Europe, I hope that Mr. Rothschild can speed up the process so that this model can be launched and officially run as soon as possible. Simon said cheerfully as he agreed and said, "Your Majesty, please rest assured. I have been paying close attention to this matter. I have already given instructions for them to start preparing the hardware. The team responsible for building the cloud center is ready to go to Northern Europe to select a location. Everything is moving forward in an orderly manner, don't worry." Helena asked him, "How long does Mr. Rothschild think it will take to get everything done?" "Well," Simon said, "I have already talked with the person in charge of the project. What he means is that it may take at least 2 years." 2 years? Helena was startled and asked with a frown, "Why does it take so long?" Simon quickly explained, "This time is not long, Her Majesty the Queen, I have already asked it. The reason why it takes so long is that there are many particularly tricky things. For example, our team first has to choose a suitable place in Northern Europe to build a data center, from site selection to design to bidding. It takes a long time to prepare and start construction, as well as the purchase, installation, and debugging of cabinet equipment, cooling equipment, power supply equipment, communication optical cables, and it also takes a long time to complete it bit by bit. In addition, I consulted, the core hardware for building AI models is NVIDIA's H100 graphics card. This graphics card seems to be specially designed to provide computing power for AI models. Basically, all AI models rely on this graphics card to provide computing power. So this graphics card is now extremely in demand. Not only has the price been skyrocketing, but many companies have been unable to grab the goods with large amounts of cash and large price increases, and futures have been scheduled for a few years. To build this AI system, we need at least 35,000 pieces of this model. Just waiting for this batch of graphics cards may not be able to be completed in 2 years. I am planning to talk to NVIDIA and ask them to find a way to jump in the queue for me first and see if they can shorten the time." At this point, Simon added, "Oh, by the way, in addition to these, there is another very troublesome thing, which is the database copy migration of the AI model, because the AI model has learned almost all human knowledge and information, and the amount of data is extremely huge. It is said that if all hard disks are used to store it, the hard disks would weigh more than 150 tons. Moreover, they said that if such massive data is transmitted through optical cables, it may not be possible to transmit it in place within a few years with the existing bandwidth, so it needs to be transmitted in Silicon Valley. After the on-site backup is done in the data center, several trucks specially used for large-scale data migration are used to send the hard drive weighing more than 100 tons, and the data is backed up to Northern Europe. Although this method is more efficient than transferring data to Northern Europe. It's much faster, but it also requires a lot of work, so overall, 2 years is already very fast." When Helena heard this, she said without hesitation, "Mr. Simon, there are many difficulties in everything. But I believe that any difficulty can be overcome with all your strength. If you can do your best to accelerate this matter, the moment the AI model is put into operation in Northern Europe, I will provide you with the right to purchase half of the elixir. You can buy it immediately and take it immediately without delaying for a minute." After hearing this, Simon asked excitedly, "The Queen?" Her Majesty said this seriously. After suffering a stroke, he now understands a core truth. The Rothschild family has a great business and is not afraid of losses, let alone spending money. Therefore, the most important thing is that he can live a long time. As long as the second pill can be obtained, the probability of living to more than 90 years old will increase infinitely. If he can get 3, wouldn't it mean that he can go straight to 100? Therefore, Helena hit his vital point directly as soon as she opened her mouth. At this moment, Helena said seriously, "Of course everything I said is true. I promise you on the reputation of myself and the entire royal family." Simon quickly asked, "Then how fast can I get this purchase right?" Helena thought for a while and said seriously, "If you ask, the sooner the better. If you want me to give a specific deadline, I personally think it should not exceed 1 month at most."